take time to I have took time to read, so I feel I see the upper intermediate a little bit hard
Of
harder
course.
than mediate.
Of course
Yeah.
it is.
So I think we should to try with upper intermediate.
So
Yeah.
we should try it because it's more
Yeah.
difficult. We want to try it.
Yeah. But I think if I will after that, if I will after the first lesson, if I
Of
feel
course,
it's
we can
hard,
decide.
yeah, we
We
can switch. Yeah, switch to intermediate.
Of course, we can study the first unit and then we will decide whether if you want, whether you want to continue or, for example, you want to move on to the intermediate level. So I think, of course, it's difficult because that is actually another level, but I think you can. Well, so we have nothing to do with this one. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about it. Well, first impression. So we talked about it as I think we talked about it before, but it's not bad. So of course, that's really important to make a good impression, especially when
Mm.
first meeting. So when
Mm.
you
Oh,
meet someone, yeah,
yeah, but I have a question.
of course.
So did you feel do you think the upper intermediate hard and can I try can I try
First,
it?
let me say something. As I told you, the book that you already studied
Yeah.
was actually upper intermediate, so it's okay for you. So you
Yeah.
can. It's not something that because of this I offered this to book. But you know, the first one actually intermediate is the base of speaking.
Yeah.
So you can get started with base, and for example, basic, you can learn everything. So you find it a little bit easier. But about upper intermediate, so it's like a bit more challenging for you. So you need
Mm.
to try more to do it, to talk. So actually, if you want to have more space, more room to talk, to state your opinion, so you can get started with intermediate. If no, you think that I can try, you can study, but actually at the first session, we can understand. So
Yeah.
let's talk, let's get, because actually totally they're the same. A
Yeah.
little bit easier, just this. Actually, the second one is the rest of the first one, so it's not something different. So
Yeah.
I think you can. I think you can. So
Yeah.
let's get started. If we see that no, it's really difficult, or you can't, or you need to study the first one, so why not? We can move on to another book. So I think you can. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
Well, so first question is about first impression. How make a good first impression?
Uh, yeah. I think there are a lot of things to make a first impression each other. But I think the first thing we have to show about ourselves. For example, we are polite or we are extrovert and introverts. I think we should to balance to show the ourselves opinion our opinion. So yeah, and polite and yeah, I think so. But yeah.
So, first of all, let's talk about actually this first impression. So, especially when, so we know that when we want to make strong or get first impression, I'm not talking about romantic relationships. So, we're talking about business. Of course, they're the same. So,
Mm.
there is no different whether you want to go actually on a date or, for example, on go and have a meeting with someone. So, there's no big difference. There are some actually basics that you need to do. They are foundations of making good impression. But what is that? It means how I think about you. The first, actually, at the first time, I have no idea about your character. So you can't impress me by your behavior at the beginning. First, I see you. So I see you, okay, someone applied for this position in my company, so we're going to talk. Okay, what I see, the first thing actually that is really important is to dress appropriately. So how to dress up, how to get ready. So this is really important. Then if you arrive early, if you are a punctual, if you have a punctual character, like, you are on time, you know that you should arrive early and be on time. If you are confident enough, then, so we have some steps. And then now, being introvert, okay, you can speak, especially when it comes to a business interview, you can be introvert. Why you can be introvert? Because if you can't talk, you can express yourself. So maybe you missed this opportunity, okay? So it's good to engage in talk. So like talk, and of course using body language is really important. So that helps. So of course, positive body language, not, I don't know, not too much. So that is really important. And being attentive, speak clearly, listen actively, and try to actually be interactive. So, and showing respect. And so all of them, and don't forget about following up. So that is, I don't know, just try to have some key points and try to use them. So they are the ways that you can make a strong first impression in business meeting. Okay?
Yeah.
So do you need me to write? So it's not that, let me type on the board. So let's have them. So my previous students.
Yeah.
Just call it. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. It's okay. Sometimes it makes the line be colorful.
Of course, because I normally ask my students what color they like, and when they say, okay, for example, teacher, I change the color for them, it can be a bit, I don't know, I think a bit fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes I forget, and I like, okay, what is this? Is pink, purple. So the second one being punctual and on time. So that, especially it's not bad to arrive early. And of course, greeting with confidence. So the first step, of course, so how to greet someone if you are confident enough and being interactive and engaged. So if you talk, if you answer, if you want to talk, and positive body language. So they're about first impression. So when talking, yeah, of course. For example, that is really important. You know that, especially when talking to someone, that is really important to make eye contact. When I say body language, I mean just, using actually face impressions and then making eye contact. So it shows respect to the person. Well, and now, look. When you want to know more about other companies or about colleagues and clients before you meet them, where do you normally start looking? So really, so what do you think about this question?
I will find their website.
Yeah.
Find them, find some information and image.
Of course, yeah, of course. Sometimes we talk to other people, ask if they know. As you said, so of course, normally everyone nowadays have, I don't know, an account on social media. So just check them. It's not bad. Of course, they don't show the reality of life on social media, but it's not bad. Can be helpful. But website, yeah. And
Yeah,
now,
yeah. I think after find the information from website, we will know about the sector and domain and their culture. So
yeah,
after that, if we can, we find someone who work here to give
yeah,
some reference from them. I think it will
yeah,
be better to know
of
further
course.
further about them.
Yeah, of course, I do agree with you. So first you can get some information. I don't know, like there are different websites. And nowadays, do you think LinkedIn is a good way to get some information about someone's, for example, experience and is a good way to know someone? So because we have different websites, so one of them is LinkedIn. So you normally can research, can search and find some information about people. So first of all, do you use it and do you find it useful?
Can you say that again about
LinkedIn,
the
LinkedIn, LinkedIn.
listen? That mean hear from someone, right?
No, no, no. It's a website. It's a website.
Can you write down?
Of course,
That's
of
what.
course, of
Yeah.
course. Let me show you. I want to show you. It's not bad too. See, okay, let me write. Let me write. LinkedIn.
Yeah,
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 we normally use it. So of course.
yeah.
So
I
except,
think
yeah,
yeah. I think they so listen in it is a network for professional. So I
of
think
course.
they easy to show about their information in business and
Yeah,
culture. Yeah,
of course. That
yeah.
is actually, there are different ways. So, online methods, we can say. So totally overall, we can say online methods are really good methods to know people before, I don't know, working with them, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read the text. How companies need to make sure their website maintain a visitor interest. So let's see which paragraph is about. First of all, as you know, when reading a text, it's not bad to read the questions and visitors, interest, okay, first impression, going online. So there are some keywords that help to find. Digital history, okay, applying, okay. Well, virtual impression, not real. Let's see what it is. These days, creating a good impression is more than just shaking hands and presenting a well-designed business card when you first met someone. That's because before you even attended a meeting with a actually prospective client or a potential employer, you can guarantee that they've already searched your name, checked. So if your company has a good reputation via online review sites and even search your personal online history. So number two, to manage your online profile started with your company's website. According to researchers at Missouri University of Science and Technology, it takes under 3 seconds for an online visitor to start to form an opinion of your brand from the website. The researcher also tracked eye movement and discovered that visitors tend to gain the first impressions from the logo, photographs, menus, and in particular, the opportunity to make contact with social media. In other words, projecting the right kind of online image is not just about looking good, but companies should also make sure that their customers can interact with them and start building a relationship. Individuals such as freelancer and job seeker also need to think carefully about the social media image before posting photos and comments online. A recent survey of 450 employers showed that more than 40% had taken a dislike to potential employees as soon as they'd check the person's Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. One typical reason for rejection was finding out the information on the CV didn't match the actually applicant's online profile. It's a good idea for anyone who is self-employed or looking for a job to think about how they come across to people and to make sure their online profile promotes a positive and truthful image. So of course that is really important, especially for freelancers.
Yeah.
So so when it comes to companies, so we have actually, no, maybe it's not as important as personal career like influencer or, for example, freelancers. So, but it's really important. We read 3 paragraphs. Of course, I read too quickly, so sorry, but let's see. A, how companies need to make sure that website maintain visitors' interest. So which one? Paragraph 2, definitely, of course. Yeah. B, how people get their first impression of you or your business by going online first.
1.
Of course. And so number 3 is how people looking for work need to check their digital history. Well, okay, so let's talk about them. That is the first one. Yeah, actually nowadays is totally different. Everything is different. So how to make a good impression, especially so when people check your profile photo. So what do you think about, is it important? Because some people would prefer not to share their photos on their profile, especially, I don't know, they think that I don't like, or for example, I'm not the one for sharing something. So what do you think? Do you find it maybe acceptable, or no, you think when you want to apply, when you want to be in the market, you need to share everything? So what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I used to extrovert people in social media. I talk. I am talkative. I comment and react a lot in social media. But nowadays, about the 5 years ago, I didn't have any reaction on the social media. Because in the first time, that means in the 6 to 10 years ago, I have to become an expert on social media to hiring and to find people who come to here work with me. But for now, we build a branding of the company. So I think my personal branding is not important. So I didn't do anything. So for personal life, I think I am an introvert person. So I don't like to reaction in the social media, and I rarely post my image to social media.
Of course. So I do, I get your point, but it's like, so you say, so first of all, the preposition for every like social media, internet, TV, media is on. So we don't use in for any of them. So just on social media, on TV, on radio, on internet. So just on. Okay. I know what you say. But for example, I'm an English teacher, and of course, I'm not introvert, but maybe I have like, I don't know, introvert, we can say, or a bit shy. And I don't want to share, but I have to. So, I have to. So, for example, because that's really important, this is the first step of my career. So for example, when my student want to take a class, of course, it's really important.
Yeah.
So what do you think about, we are talking about specifically, especially some types of jobs, like freelancers, like for example, influencers. So they have to, and actually no matter if you are introvert or extrovert. So for example, for your business, you don't need to share.
Yeah.
Because your job is not related to your profile picture. But how about the other? So what do you think? So suppose that you are an English teacher. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think when we think about the post and view a profile on the online environment, I think it's very important if we think that it's in it's very important in our career. Yeah, because that environment to for the people who know about us. Yeah, so we can reach about the potential user or potential customer. Yeah, so we build the expertise on the social media.
Yeah. Well, okay. Just let me, before we keep going.
Yeah.
We have prospective, client, or potential. Let me say something. Normally we have collocations. We use collocations, especially in formal language. It means I have two synonyms and I use them together. Potential, prospective, they're the same. They're the same actually, but they are collocation, the use of two synonyms, two adjectives together. So actually, prospective client is your potential customer.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And prospective similar with similar to potential, right?
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Client is customer and prospective like potential. So for example, prospective client is someone who is potentially become a customer. So is potential customer. Yeah, they are the same. And you can see the meaning here, potential. So you can see this is a definition of collocation, that why we use it. So especially in higher level, for example, for IELTS, we use collocations a lot. Why? In reading especially, you see a complicated word. Oh, it's difficult, I can't understand. For example, tall and high rise. They're the same. High rise means tall. Tall and high rise building. They're the same, but we use together. One is more advanced, one is synonym, easier one. So this is the same. Well, so this means potential. Okay. Now, let's underline the answers to questions 1 to 3. What are the different ways we can find out more about companies or people? So let's see the first one. Which paragraph?
2 and 3, right?
Which paragraph? So
can you show me about the question?
Of course, I can show you.
What different from? I think we can find it in the paragraph 2 and 3. Right?
2 and 3. Let's see. It's about first impression. No. Just we can find out more about. So maybe let's see. Okay.
Name.
The first step. So before you even attended a meeting with a prospective client or potential employer, you can guarantee that they've already searched your name. So by searching name, checking actually if they have a good reputation or fame, online review website, personal online history. So there are different ways, because this is about companies, so different ways we can find it about companies. Then, which parts of a website are especially important to focus on? Which parts of a website? So let's see now.
Online profiles.
Let's see. To manage your online profile. So according to, no. I could find it. I don't want to give you the answer, but I could find it. Visitors tend to gain first impression from
logo,
photographs, menu, yeah, of course, social media. So this is actually which part? So first logo, pictures, photos, okay? If they have social media, I myself. So for example, when I want to work with a company, if they have social media, I definitely check it first. I want to see what they share. I don't know why. So what is this? What I do this? And what might potential employers find out about you online?
But you can.
Potential employers find out about you. First, try to find a synonym or the same word for this one, potential employer.
Yeah.
Normally.
It's similar with potential.
For example, when you want to apply for a job, you are a potential employer. Maybe in the future you will be. Now you want to have this position, so you are potential. You can be considered as a future employer, so potential employer. It's like applicant, someone who applies for a job, applicant.
So I think they may they may find about the project, right?
Yeah, project.
I kind of.
Let me find it. I'm trying to find it. Okay, so this one here for rejection was finding out what they can find out. So finding out that the information on the CV didn't match the applicant, that is potential employer, online profile. So it's good. And it's good idea for anyone who is self-employed or looking for a job to think about. So what can we do? We need to think about what they can find out. Sometimes they can find some information that, don't match your actually online profile. So this part is the answer. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me give you some tips. In this type of questions, normally the answers are in order. What it means? If I have the first answer in first paragraph, normally the second one is second, then third. So they are normally the answers are in order. It means, for example, if the first answer is in paragraph 2, I won't look for the answer of number 2 in paragraph 1. I have nothing. So I start with this one. They are one by one in order. This is the first. Then, why we need keywords? Because we only look for them. I need to find something related to this word. Then I read before and after it to understand. Okay? So first of all, I need to see this word because of course, we are reading something. It takes a long time. If I want to read it one by one and understand every line, it takes a long time. So first, I try to see these words. I see them, then definitely, okay, before it, after it, if it's match or no, and keep going. Wow. Do you have any questions related to this part, this 3 paragraphs?
No, I don't.
Okay. How are you feeling about this book? Tell me.
I don't find, I don't find the new words though, so I think I can understand the concept and about the meaning of the paragraph, but a little bit hard to match with the flow and the way they act.
Yeah, of course.
But
It should
but I
be.
think, I think I will adapt in one or two, three times.
Of course. Why not? Of course. It's really, as I told you, it should be. Because, you know, when you say upper level, so it can't be easy as before. So, of course, but it's not difficult. Trust me, it's not really difficult. Well, let's see. We have some verbs. Complete questions 1 to 8 with the correct verbs from the list. And so let's see. First of all, then check your answers by finding the words in bold in the article. So build, come, create, from, have, manage, project. Okay. So
and do does this question related with paragraph?
Of course, first, of course, we can complete questions using we guess, then we can find is actually words in bold in the article. So we can check actually our answers. So let's see the first one. What kind of impression would your company like to take, project, manage, have, form, create, come, build? First, remove what you don't. We omit the options that we don't need.
I think it's a project.
No.
No.
No, we don't. Look, we make impression. We create impression. We don't, because this is impression. So we need a verb related to this bold. We can say we make impression. So
manage or build. I see. I see.
Don't rush.
I see a lot of verbs. So, but how I don't know why it's create. But
okay, let me say. As I told you, we have a topic in English that is collocation. What is collocation? It means I expect, for example, to have two words together. For example, when I say drink, the second word that comes to your mind, drink water, drink juice. So I know that this type I expect. When I say impression, we make impression. Okay, I don't have make here. We don't build impressions. So what is the synonym? It's create. Like to create, we make impression. We create the first impression. So I think this can be reasonable, acceptable. But again, I say that, no, I'm not sure about it. I consider it. I say, actually, I'm dubious. I have doubt, but let's have it. Then check the second one. Let's see. What sort of reputation is fame? Do you or your company take? No, we don't take reputation.
You build, right?
Actually, you know, we can make our reputation, but normally we have fame. We have fame. Yeah, we normally have fame. And you know, look, you can find them here because we just read the text. So we have, okay, let's find, look. A company has a good reputation. So I have actually. So when you read, you can easily find it. So we have fame. I'm famous. It means I have fame. I have reputation. So have is a good one. Now, how does your company the right kind of image through its advertising?
I remember it's managed, right?
No, manage. No, image. Look, try to find it. I know it's a project, but you can see it here. Let me show you. Let me show you if I can find it. Good image. Okay. Projecting. Look. Showing, projecting the right kind of online image is not just about, okay? So this is project. And the next one you say.
I see the manage your online profile.
Okay, you just manage, of course, and it's good. Manage your online profile, of course. And when you meet someone for the first time face to face, how do you, an opinion, how do you make like something?
I think it in the first paragraph, right?
I think so. I remember that. How do you? You can check. Maybe this opinion. I could find it. To form an opinion. It means to make an opinion, to have an opinion in you. So we form an opinion in our mind when we see someone, when we meet someone face to face. How do you think?
I have a question about the former opinion.
Of course.
So that is a build and how to show the opinion, right?
Of course. To build, to shape, to have, of course, all of them. To build, to have, to shape, to form. All of them are the same. Of course. It means I see you and I try to make an opinion about you in my mind. So that is the form. Okay? Well. And how do you think this is, for example, a phrasal verb, and we use it. So across to people you meet for the first time.
I'm not sure. But it's my take.
So it's like come across, this is, as I told you, this is a phrasal verb. So how do you think you come across, you meet, or for example, you find? Come across means find, to meet, so we have come across. So all the time when you seek across to people, to someone, the first verb that comes to your mind is come across. It means to meet, to find. So this is the meaning of phrasal verb collocation. You expect, you know that you will have this verb. Okay. In your line of work, how important is it for you to what? A close relationship. So you know this. Definitely yes, to build a close relationship, of course. And 8, do you ever
take?
Of course, take an interest.
Because it's last one, but I don't know, but it's last one.
Of course, but this is we take an interest. So or instant dislike. You take, and for example, like or dislike to someone, instant. So it's like this is another like acceptable combination. So this is okay, the way. Why now you can understand. You say that, okay, I could use build in another sentence. For example, we can build our fame. Why not? But build is better option for this one, for a relationship. So between this and that, when I have two options, I choose the one that more likely close to. So this way you can find the answer. Now you need to know that impression. So what we make the first impression, we create. We have two options.
Yeah.
Reputation, we have. Of course, we can build, but we have reputation because we are famous.
Yeah.
And we normally project an image.
Image.
Of course. So we manage our online profile. So that is really good. We come across people. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Your favorite part. We have listening. The first listening. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
I feel a little bit confused because I don't know why. I don't know why it's the best.
Oh, let me say. Okay,
Yeah.
why you don't know why? Okay, for example, when I say I go, look, go on holiday. Which one do you choose? Go on or go to?
I remember if I say if I say in a plan I use go to.
No.
But yeah. But I am so status I use go on.
Of course, you use go on. So why you don't say go to? Because we have some rules. And I don't say, for example, there is the reason behind it. Why? This is, for example, I take a trip. The verb for trip is take. So this is the verb for trip. I take a trip. I go on holiday. Exactly the same. For example, when I say relationship, I can have relationship. For example, I have a good relationship. So have is a good verb for relationship. That's okay. But here, according to the sentence, in your line of work, how important is it for you to have a close relationship? Of course it can be. So if you say have, definitely good. But I need the verb have for another sentence. Because of this, I say to build, to create, but have is correct, build is correct. It's not the rule that you have to say build with relation. No. Here for this sentence, we say build or have. For every like word or object, okay, we have some verbs that can be used. But according and depending on the sentence and situation you choose, which one is better now? For example, me and my sister have a good relationship. I don't say build, but I try to build a good relationship with my students. And of course I have. So use it this way. And when I say create, okay, I can say create. I have the verb make good impression. This is a phrase. For impression, I should use make. Okay, I don't have make here, so I have create. That is the synonym of make, so I use create. Okay?
Yeah, that mean don't that mean it may fit with all of the verb, but it depend on situation and context.
Not Not all them. For example, I don't say I don't know. For example, I take impression. I don't say, for example, I form reputation. It's not really usable. It's not common. When I say I form reputation, what is this? I form reputation. So when I have more than one option, and of course I can have, I check which one is better for actually this situation. Then I use create or build. I think create is better. Create impression. Build impression is, I don't know, it doesn't make sense here. I don't like it. So create is better. For example, I create opinion. No, I don't create opinion. Something is formed in my mind. So I form, I shape it. I have opinion, but if I say have opinion, let's see, for example, how do you have an opinion of them? No, it's not good here. How do you shape it? How do you form it? How do you, so this way I can understand. For example, when I say manage, can I take my online profile? No. Can I project? No. I manage, I have an online profile, it's okay. But how important is it to have your online? What it means? You can use have, but here no. Here you manage. Okay, get it?
But I have a question. I am a non-native English speaker, right? So when I use the wrong verb or wrong collocation, can you understand me?
Of course. Of course, if it's like just sometimes the meaning of it is totally different. So sometimes we misunderstand, especially about phrasal verbs. But we, of course, we guess. So don't worry about it. So it's when you're using something, I'm listening to your sentence. So I know, I expect for something. I know that's human. For example, you say, come up, no, come across, you mean, because you're talking about people. So we can understand. So it's really normal. But as I told you, sometimes the meaning is totally different. So actually it's like, we are like shocked or surprised, like, well, why is that? So, but we can, don't worry about it. We can. Yeah, of course.
Thank you, because sometimes I see the foreign people who learns Vietnamese. So sometimes, I feel it's make me fun, but I
know. No. I know that you laugh, you're like, what is this? It's really normal, actually. For example, if I start talking with Vietnamese now, I promise you that you can laugh for 1 hour. Because, for example, I'm trying to say a word like, for example, xin chào. In your language means hello. I know that is totally different, but this is the way that I know. But you understand I mean hello. Of course, I'm saying incorrectly. So what is this? So it's normal. Yeah, it's really normal.
Last week, my colleague and I go to the Japan, Tokyo for the travel. So we communicate by body language, and it's say in Japanese. So Vietnamese say in Vietnamese, but we use body language, and finally we can understand each other. I don't know.
Wow. So how did you actually it's really difficult to show. Of course, using body language is really good, but for everything. So they talked Japanese, you talked Vietnamese, and you could understand.
I think depend on context. When we come in the restaurant and we go out and we do anything, so I think body language can help us understand what we want to say.
Of course, it's like, for example, I watched a fun video. Actually, someone went to supermarkets to buy shopping for to shop for groceries, and actually he wanted to buy like chicken, but he didn't know how to say, and he showed an egg and said, "Mommy, I want mommy." And they were like, what mommy and they understood. So of course it's usable. So
I think time's up and
of course, so
yeah.
let's
Thank
go
you.
and okay, have a great day and see you at the next session.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
Goodbye.
welcome. Goodbye. Goodbye.